Hello everyone and welcome to another video. If you're new here, hello, my name is Alexandra. I hope you stick around for a while. One of my most anticipated releases of this year was Watch Me, and I cannot even remember when that book came out, but I've had it since the day it was released. And have I read it? No. And I know I even mentioned that I will do a reading vlog for it, but I actually realized that I do not remember a lot from the original series, from the Shatter Me series, and I know you don't really have to know what happened in that one because it doesn't really follow, or at least from what I've heard, it doesn't really follow the same characters. It follows James, Adam's brother, but for my mental peace, I would just like to refresh my memory a little bit and reread the original series. I actually read the first 3 books of the series back when it was supposed to be a trilogy, and I think I've read them in like 2017 or so. And then I reread the first 3 books in preparation for the continuation. My memory must be somehow Dory's memory because I do not remember any details from the books. I know like the main idea. I know which one I like between Adam and Warner. I know some things about them and their relationship and like the relationship between the characters in general. But details, they have escaped my mind and they're gone. I am going to take you on a journey with me while I reread all 6 books in the series. And then maybe I will include Watch Me in this reading vlog too, or if it's too long, I will just do a separate vlog for Watch Me. We shall see. I have these 3 books with me today. The other 3 in the series are at my parents' house. I actually think I will manage to get them before I finish the last one, like Ignite Me, because my reading speed has been awful lately. I don't know what happened to me, but I got used to listening to audiobooks while I do chores around the house or while I'm commuting and so on. And I feel like I lost my practice with reading, like just sitting down and reading. I lost a lot of my concentration, so I'm trying to slowly but surely get back into that. And for that, I feel like the weather outside is ideal. It's incredible right now. It's rainy and cloudy, and I feel like you can't even see it because there is not much light in the room. And I have wished for so long to have this type of weather while I am at home and while I'm free and not having any homework to do for like my master's degree or not having to go to work. So this is the perfect opportunity to put you up to date with what I've read so far before actually starting the vlog. I am this far into Shatter Me. I started it a few days ago and I'm currently on chapter 18. That's like page 100 out of about 300 pages. So I think and I hope I am going to fly through this one and then venture myself into these 2. Okay, so my phone died. That's why there is a possible change in angle, but I'm going to take that as a sign to make myself a cup of tea, grab a blanket, and continue reading the book. It's a new day. I have done my skincare routine. I have my hair up in a bun and I have some updates. I haven't read a lot, but I am currently on chapter 22. And so far, okay, I know this was one of, and it kind of still is one of my favorite series of all time. But I do have to acknowledge that the writing is not the best. I still believe that the writing style of the series is a little bit lyrical or whimsical, but not as much as I remembered or not as much as I used to think. And that's not to say that the book is bad by any means, but it was published in 2011. That's what I was looking for. It was published in 2011 and it kind of shows a little bit. I decided I needed to film an update the moment I read one of Warner's lines, and I kind of cringed a little bit, and I was like, oh my god, no, I'm cringing at Warner, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that because I know that I like him very, very much. But the line was the following. A little bit of context. He was talking to Juliet and telling her that, oh, she has so much potential to be a weapon and to be powerful and so on. And she, of course, does not want that. And he tells her that she's in denial. And she's like, no, I'm not in denial. And then he goes, of course you are. You don't know it yet, Juliet, but you are a very bad girl, he says, clutching his heart. Just my type. And I was like, oh god, Jesus. No, please. I mean, I do still kind of like the drama in this book, and the lines between the characters, like the exchanges between the characters, are very, very dramatic. But I kind of like that. I do remember some of the most iconic scenes in the series, and I'm really curious to see my opinion now, like reading them with my 25-year-old brain. I don't know if my opinion would change, but for sure I did not remember these type of exchanges like being so kind of cringy a little bit. Overall, so far, as an update, I like the drama. It's not as dystopian as I remembered, but I think that can be attributed to the fact that in my brain I went on with the dystopian genre. Back when I first read the original trilogy and back when I reread the original trilogy, I did imagine a lot of like the dystopian things, even if I don't think they're on page apparently. I don't know. So maybe in my mind, I made this series seem way more dystopian than it actually was. Now that I look on the back of it, like the first thing that it's written there is, I have a curse, then crossed out, I have a gift. And this makes me think of my memory. My memory can be a curse because I read books and then a few years later, I remember nothing or close to nothing. But at the same time, it can be a gift because I can reread novels and be like, yeah, I'm reading this for the first time. Update, I got sick. Yay! I love when that happens. Okay, jokes aside, I don't feel very well, but I do have a little bit of an update. I am at the part where Juliet and Adam decide to kind of escape. They are not escaping yet, but they are thinking about that. And the other update that I have is that I think I'm going to turn this from like a Shatter Me series reading vlog to a normal reading vlog because my brain could not handle just reading one book. I don't know. I might be broken, maybe. I don't know. I decided to pick up Funny Story by Emily Henry, and so far I am loving this. I am 100 pages into this one. I think even more than 100 because I haven't updated my like bookmark thingy. I'm also listening to the audiobook for this one, so I think I've listened to at least 3 more chapters. So more than 100 pages into it. I now know what this book is about because I was saying on my May TBR video that I just knew about it being an adult romance and that was it. This follows Daphne, who just got dumped by her ex-fiance, who on the night of his bachelor party made out with his childhood bestie Petra. Petra and Peter, now I even acknowledge how weird their names sound together, but yeah, we don't like them. Petra and Peter go on a holiday and it's up to Daphne to see where she can move out of her house her and Peter's house, and somehow she ends up moving with Petra's ex, because yes, Petra was in a relationship too. Of course, they move together, like the exes move together, and they kind of find pleasure in hating their exes together. Now, because I am done with work for today, I'm just going to make myself some tea, put on something more comfortable. Do you mind? I will pick one of these up. Probably this one, because with the way I'm feeling right now, I just want something fluffy and enjoyable. And not that this one is not enjoyable, but I want something easy to digest. And this one really piqued my interest. The update of all updates, I have been the worst with this vlog. I am sorry. The last time I think I filmed something was not really a month ago, but it was the 20th of May and we are on the 12th of June. So a lot has happened since then. I got a haircut, I got a little bit more ready for summer. Summer vacation is almost here. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. There's like one more week of school. Full disclosure, I am a teacher, so I get the summer off and I cannot wait for, just having time for myself and just having time for reading. Because the problem with filming for me, like filming a vlog, is that I want to put one video out at least once a week. And I love doing vlogs. I love doing vlogs more than just like presenting my favorite books or whatever. But the amount of time it takes me to read books is insane. It's like I'm a sloth. Like, do you know the sloth from Zootopia? I'm that guy. Initially, I knew this vlog will take a lot to film because I wanted to read the Shatter Me series, and that's kind of like 6 books, and it just, okay, don't judge me, I'm a slow reader. But this vlog turned into a reading, like regular reading vlog, and I started reading other books as well, because why not? I mean, being a slow reader was not enough. I needed to be a moody slow reader that just starts thousands of books at a time. Or is it slow? Maybe it's Alexandra. Once summer vacation starts, I just want to dedicate myself fully to 2 things: reading and writing. And I hope I will be courageous enough to make vlogs about both. Okay, but now let's start with the reading updates. So the last time I updated, I was reading these 2 books. I had started Shatter Me. I have no idea how many pages I was into it. I finished it, and one second, I just noticed that I didn't replace one of the sticky notes. I used to have this color of sticky notes in it, and I just wanted to make it cuter with like other colors. And I forgot about replacing this one. What the hell? Okay, whatever. I'll fix that after filming this. Okay, so I finished this one. I am currently reading Ignite Me, which so far, if you know, you know, it's this one, is the best so far in the series. And I really want to see my opinions about the other three in the series, like Defy Me, Restore Me, Imagine Me. I think those are the titles. Because so far, this is the best. It's undoubtedly the best. I think I gave this 4 stars when I first read it and like first reread it. Right now, with my reading taste and knowing, like having in mind what comes next in the series, I think this is kind of like a 3.5 star read for me. I'm not going to go as low as 3 because it still was a little bit enjoyable. I mean, it was enjoyable, not a little bit. It was enjoyable. But I don't think it's, in my opinion, it's not a 4-star read. Or is it slow? Maybe it's Adam. Then I read this book and I liked it. I have to say I liked it more than Shatter Me, but it still doesn't compare to Ignite Me. Like so far, nothing compares to Ignite Me. I think that's going to be my favorite in the series, or if not my favorite of all 6, it's still going to be on second place at least. Like that book so far is amazing. I think I gave this one 4 stars, and I really liked that we are starting to get a little bit more of Warner. And I'm really glad that Adam starts to be a little bit annoying in this one. I mean, he starts acting, I feel like he starts acting like a man-child in this one, and then he goes full on stupid in this one. Then, as I was saying, while I was reading Shatter Me, I was also reading Funny Story by Emily Henry, and I loved this book. This was such an easy and fun read, and I think it's only my second book by Emily Henry. I've read, what was the name of Happy Place. I've read Happy Place by her. Didn't like it as much as this one. Like this holds a special place in my heart as being one of those summery, fun, easy reads. I mean, not easy like happy-go-lucky, because I feel like there are sad-ish things happening in this one. The dynamics between Daphne and Miles are just amazing, and I love me a funny man. Then, because I was craving some more funny story, I decided to pick up something that was similar to it, and I picked up, I think, the only adult romance that I had on my shelves, and that was Happily Never After by Lynn Painter. I am so sad to say this. I love Better Than the Movies with my entire being. I enjoyed Bet on It, and I enjoyed The Do-Over as well. They are all YA. This one is adult romance, and I've also listened to, like a couple of years ago, I listened to Mr. Wrong Number, I think it was the name of the book. I just purchased the audiobook and I listened to it, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna purchase the book because I didn't really like it. There's something about her YA books that just makes them amazing. Like anything YA that she writes, I feel like I usually enjoy. But this is the second adult novel by her that I read. Honestly, I don't think it was a fair choice to read this book after Funny Story, because how are you gonna top that? But I wanted something similar. This sounded very interesting because it's about a woman who is about to get married, and she found out that her husband-to-be cheated on her. She asks a guy to interrupt the wedding, and like, you know, when they're saying like, if anyone has anything to object, blah, 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 he has to object and say that the groom has been cheating on the bride. and that's supposed to break up the wedding. When he comes to collect the money, she urges him to stay for a drink, and he does. And somehow, ultimately, they decide to work together to be interrupters of other people's weddings. And to be frank, I do not have something specific that I didn't like about the book. It's just that I didn't care enough about the characters. I gave it, however, I think 3.75 stars or 3.5 stars. I don't remember exactly, but somewhere around 3.5 stars. Right now, as I was saying, I am reading this beauty and I'm having the time of my life. I love this book so much. I already know it's gonna be a 5-star read. Like, there's not even one fragment of a question about that. You know that moment when you're reading a book and you're enjoying it so much and you just can't stop reading and you want to read more, but at the same time you don't want the book to end, and then that thought, like the thought of the book ending, just stops you from reading it anymore. Like, that's my situation right now. I absolutely love the scenes between Juliet and Aaron. Aaron, it is weird. It's weird calling him Aaron. Like, I don't know. He's been Warner my entire life. Okay, so the scenes between Juliet and Warner are something. But then the scenes between Warner and Kenji, they're not as many as, the It couple, but they're there. Also, Sabrina Carpenter's new song came out a few days ago, like Man-Child, and if that song does not remind you of Adam in this book, like, you cannot say it doesn't. He's a total man-child. Like, he's such an annoying... I can't even call him a man, because, like, he's not even a crumble of a man. Like, ugh. He gives Delulu-ness a bad name. Like, he's so Delulu, he's so far gone, like telling Juliet that they did not break up and that she was freaking cheating on him with Warner. Like, dude, are you okay? Do I need to call somebody? I don't think you are okay, but I think it's time to call a trusted adult. When it comes to tension in books, this novel is the upper limit. Pretend it's not upside down. This is the upper limit. Like, I don't think I've read tension this good in any, but I might be wrong, Like, remember that I have Dory's memory, so far, my memory for sure deceives me. So far, this is like the top limit of romantic tension I have ever read. I mean, if I think about it, I think Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber has kind of the same romantic love tension, but this is up there. For the moment, that's it. I have to go now to finish an assignment for my master's degree, and then I think I will continue reading from Ignite Me. I am also in the mood for some manga, and I think... Nah, who am I kidding? I don't think I'm gonna read any manga today, but in the near future, I think I'm going to finish volume 15 from Yona of the Dawn, but you will have to watch to see, because I don't even know yet, so yeah. Bye for now. It's a couple of weeks later and we have a change in scenery. Can we take a moment to appreciate the nails though? Since the last time I updated you guys, I did manage to finish volume 15. I don't have it on me currently, of Yona of the Dawn, and I did like it. I don't even remember what I rated it. I think 4 stars, but I'm not entirely sure. I liked it, but at the same time I felt like nothing much happened, and it's weird to say that because I feel like it was the first volume where I was like, can we have something happening? Like, I liked all the volumes up until this point, but something, I don't know, something happened and I was like, I don't want to get bored, but I'm kind of getting bored. Honestly, I like the premise, I love the plot so far, but I want more interactions between Hawk and Yona, and I'm kind of living for that right now while reading the series, and I feel like there aren't any. They're like scamming me or something. I also finished Ignite Me by Tahara Mafi, and this did not change one bit. Still a 5 out of 5 star read. I know I read it now with the eyes of a 26-year-old because in the meantime, since I last updated, I turned 26. But I still loved it. Like, the drama, Aaron, oh my god, Warner is, oh my god. I kept forgetting why we didn't like him, and then we, out of the blue, we liked him. And now that I saw what I saw years back, I re-saw. Now I'm sold once again because, yeah, my memory sucks. But this time it wasn't a curse, it was a gift. I loved to experience again this, you know, like brain turning from, oh, I don't like Warner, to, oh my god, Warner is the best, or something along the lines of, poor Warner, let me give him a hug. I didn't continue with the series though yet because I am now at my parents' house, and I only now I have access to the last 3 books, which are over here somewhere. I am going to continue with it, but I think I am going to end the vlog here and ultimately do another vlog, reading vlog, not necessarily Shutter Me series themed, in which I will eventually read those books too. Thank you so much for watching. If you've read any of the books that I have read in this reading vlog, let me know down below if you liked them or not, and if you stayed till the end, comment down below a green heart because we're celebrating Ignite Me apparently. Comment a green heart so I know that you stayed, and I will see you in another video soon. Bye!